Hello Libra, this is going to be your general tarot reading for January 2021. So this reading is for you if you are a Libra rising, Libra sun, Libra moon, or even a Libra Venus. And so if you would like to skip straight through this part to the beginning of the reading, I'm going to put a timestamp in the description box down below that you can click on. That will take you straight to the beginning of the reading. And we will just see what comes out. Hope you guys are well. Happy New Year. As I'm filming this, it's actually New Year's Eve. And so hopefully things will improve next year. At least that's what I'm putting out. So, pardon me, I'm just adjusting the camera. Okay. So I'm probably going to use the Gaian Tarot and the Spiral Tarot to do your reading. I may pick clarifiers from the Enchanted Map Oracle just to get a non-tarot influence in here. Okay, so here we go. We'll see what comes out for you Libra people for January 2021. It feels good to say a different number for the year. I'm suspecting that 2021 is going to be a big year of change since it equals out to a 5. 2020 is 2 2s added together in numerology, so that would be a 4, which is stability or things staying still. Even if you look at the 4s in the tarot, some of the 4s look very limiting. Some of the 4s look positive, like the 4 of Wands is always considered positive. The 4 of Pentacles can be stifling. The 4 of Swords is about things staying still. But 5s always signify change and things being rearranged. So we shall see what happens in the new year. This is for Libra for January 2021. And I'll do 11 cards at first and then add as I go. Here we go, 11 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6? Yeah. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just in case you're wondering, this white thing is actually paper towels here in my kitchen now. For now, until I figure out a better situation in my living room. Okay. All right. Let me pick a clarifier to go with the top card, and then I'll get going. Tell me more. Oh, there's the same card twice. Okay, let me pick one of these and then I'll get going. Yeah, looks awesome, you guys. Okay. As your central experience for January 2021, you have the same card twice. This is the Page of Fire, or the Child of Fire, and the Princess of Wands. Same exact card, just different decks. So it looks as though you are fully inspired about following something new in your life or pursuing something new in your life. This could be a talent. This could be a skill. This could be even learning something new, as in being a student or taking a class or learning more about something that you're interested in. This can also be a young person in your life, a child in your life, whether it's your own child or a child around you. But basically, this is inspiration, or this is this is excitement. This is that there's a new situation for you that has you very excited about pursuing it, whether it's a relationship or a talent or a skill, something you're learning or something you would like to create. This could be some kind of art or performance, or building up your skills to overcome stage fright, or to put yourself out there where other people can see you. With it, you have the Chariot, Major Arcana. It could be that some of you are going to go visit a child, where you're actually getting in your car and driving someplace to spend time with a child. It could be taking a child with you on some kind of a road trip. This can be choosing to pursue, setting a goal of something that you are extremely excited about pursuing, and implementing action towards that. Setting new goals for yourself, figuring out a strategy on how to take yourself there, going after something that you are extremely excited about. This may have to do with music, art, performance, poetry, coming from the heart. You seem very extroverted, or very intent on pursuing the things that you actually really care about or are inspired to do. You have a spark inside of you that you want to express. You're lit up about something. You may be creating something that is very important to you, and you feel very motivated to carry this thing out. So, let's see. Your challenge is the Four of Air. Your challenge may be resting enough, Or it could be that you have hit a lull in the past where your energy is down or your energy is low, and so you haven't been doing as much as you would like. And that might be one of the reasons on why you're so sparked up to follow some kind of active path towards creating something, is you may have been stagnant in the past and now you're coming out of it. Or it could be that there's so much excitement going on that it's hard to relax. But let me get more on that. Tell me more about the Four of Air. It could be hard to maintain stability this month, or to come up with a plan on how to keep something consistent. You might be so sparky this month that your energy is kind of in spurts. It may be challenging for you to slow down the energy enough to kind of create a sense of routine. Your routines might be all over the place, or your routines are changing. So it may take a little bit to settle down into some kind of a cohesive plan of what you're doing. You might be trying to manifest something with possibly a King of Pentacles, but things are temporarily on hold. It may be that you're sparked up about some kind of a person or a relationship that you would like to take yourself to. Maybe they're far away for some reason. Or you would like to see this move forward, but things seem to be slowed down here a little bit. Let me get a little bit more on it. Yeah, things are speeding up. Or you would like to see something move forward, but it's not moving as fast as you would like it to. Or it may just be the calm before the wave. You know, when a wave starts to gather itself, and then it hits a critical point where it starts to really speed up, and then it starts to come down. It may be that things are gathering together. You might be a little bit uncertain on whether something is going to last, or whether it's just going to be here temporarily for you. Or it could be things have sped up so much that you're trying to slow things down in order to kind of allow it to pace itself. Or things have been at a standstill and it's challenging for you because you would like to see things gathering together to start moving. Or also in surrendering control over the situation. Riding a wave is almost a form of release, where you're literally going with the wave. You're not going against it or trying to do anything with it. You're just riding it. And it may be that it might be a little bit challenging for you because you want to know what's going to happen in the future, or whether something will last, or you may have an unconscious control or need for control in a situation rather than just blindly going with something out of faith. It seems as though you can work all this out, though. It's important for you to take time out so that you can center yourself, and or knowing that you can count on something before you put your all into it and just go with it. Something like that. Or that might be the perspective that someone else is taking, when really you just want to see what happens and to explore and be flexible and creative. It may be that you might have someone around you in your surroundings that wants to make you practical, or gets you to be more realistic or wants to have a better idea of what the heck you're doing, you may not be able to answer them exactly right now. And it might be frustrating somebody else because they can't control the situation, or they don't know what's going to come of this, something like that. So what is helping you? This is an odd one. Major Arcana, the Tower, or lightning, is what's helping you. And so I'm definitely going to need to pick some things on that. Tell me more about lightning and why this is helping them. It's shaking things up. It might be that your challenge is things that just simply become too boring or too stagnant or too inactive. And you're unconsciously even possibly shaking things up just to create some movement or to allow certain things to fall so that you have more room to pursue your creativity or your passions. But let's see what they have to say. Yeah, you're tired of things standing still. You need things to be shaken up so that you can create movement or change for the better. It might be a little hard for you at this time, though, because you're kind of torn on that. Or not torn, but just maybe... Maybe your mind gets struck with a brilliant idea in a space where you're just relaxing, and all of a sudden an amazing idea comes to you, or a new understanding comes to you, or it's lighting a fire underneath you to get you to move. Let's see. This could be some kind of health thing, but a new beginning. Yeah, I'll put it this way. You may have been in this cycle before where things just simply weren't really that active. You may have been taking time out to take care of your health or to take care of yourself or just to rest, or you just didn't have enough energy, or your energy was low, or you've been trying to find mental peace so that you can see things clearly on what you would actually like to see happen in the future. But it's telling you that it's important for you, with between Spark and these 2 pages of wands that are in here, and this moving forward with the Chariot, what is helping you is to create a new path, or to continue to follow your passions or your creativity, or to create movement in your life and action, a new path of action or a new path of creativity, or even a new passion, as in relationships. But it's saying that if for some reason you hesitate, or you don't choose to go with this new creative path for yourself, it's almost like you subconsciously draw to yourself universal energy that will crash the old systems anyway, and forces you to take a new path. So it's really up to you. Either way, this is helping you. Whether you take initiative yourself and choose to go with a new path or not, the universe will take the old path away. And it's almost like the universe decides to light a fire underneath your butt to get you to move. And so going with the new would be the best possible thing for you, or what is helping you, or to prepare in the meantime, or take those first few steps if you haven't already. It may also be saying that through stilling your mind, relaxing, and finding mental peace, you are able to receive a brilliant eureka moment where you have a brilliant idea, or you start to see things in a new awakened way that enables you to follow a new path or to start a new path, or to take initiative on a new path. It might be that while you are minding your own business, doing your thing, something happened to make you aware of something that is possible at this time that perhaps you weren't aware of. So at your root, you have awakening. So again, you are waking up, it seems like. If you were in the doldrums before, or not understanding things, or just feeling stuck in a rut, you are definitely not in it anymore. And you may have been awakened to a new way of understanding things, seeing things, and also realizing that there are other soulmates out there that are on a similar path as you, where you are not alone in this process. But let's find out more about it. There's the Tower again. The Tower seems to be helping you by bringing you to a state where you understand things in a completely different way, where you're able to move forward in a re-inspired way. It might be that you see some kind of big truth that you weren't seeing before that shakes things up, but it's necessary in order for you to follow your path. Let me see if I get more. You feel as though your prayers have been answered unexpectedly. You weren't expecting it. Something has to come apart. Yeah. Here we go. Things are improving for you in a dramatic way. The old feeling of being stuck in the mud, or you just didn't ever seem to go anywhere. It's not like you had a lack of inspiration before, or a lack of direction. You definitely still were inspired or wanted to go in a particular direction. It just seems like external factors were slowing things down and making you feel stuck. But this is coming to a close. You may have been hanging on to something too, to try to maintain stability, but you're realizing that it's just not working, and you have to release that energy, or the feeling of being stuck is falling apart. You are definitely no longer stuck before, or perhaps some kind of dramatic thing happens that shakes up the energy and enables you to get out of the mud. Or you realize that you possibly have been sabotaging yourself without realizing it through, I don't know, a certain mindset or a way of understanding things. But it seems as though you have asked for inspiration and you have received it. Or you do understand things in a more awakened way, where you can see a way forward, or you feel as though your wishes have been granted, or your prayers have been answered, and you feel a lot freer than you did before, for sure. So what you're coming away from is a period of taking care of the things that needed to be taken care of, or to do small helpful acts around you to improve situations, or to focus on what you truly care about and your natural values in life, or to do the little things to help things along. You've been feeling very caring or considerate or helpful, wanting to create some kind of order too. It may be that just through circumstances or things going on, you have felt like there's too much chaos and too much stuckness. And this might be one of the reasons on why your prayers have been answered and you see a big shift happening for the better, is because you did the little small things to show the universe that you cared very much about still creating peace in the world, or still creating calm in the most chaotic of situations where you've been trying your best to improve things, or to be mindful of the little things to focus on the little things that improve situations and help others to see that they are not the only ones that care, that people involved are able to do the little things that matter to show others that they care. To still take care of yourself and take care of things around you. Someone may have shown this to you too, and that got your spirits up. Something about realizing you're not the only one that is trying their best to maintain peace or calm in situations that are very chaotic or stuck even. So your best possible outcome is rather odd. This is the 9 of Air, otherwise known as the 9 of Swords, which is worry, stress, anxiety, nightmares. So let's find out why this is in your best possible outcome, or what this has to do with. Actually, I want to use this deck. Tell me more about this situation. Nice. Okay. I'm going to try to break this down in a clearer fashion, but we'll see. So basically what I'm seeing here is that your best possible outcome is to proactively speak up and do something about situations that have been making you feel isolated, with a lack of help, worried, stressed, and confused. Here you have a feeling of being alone, of being cast out, or of being left out, isolation, loneliness, not having what you need, feeling way, very small, feeling small and insignificant amid very big changes or big situations going on. Feeling a lack of connection with others. Isolation with worry, stress, anxiety, uncertainty about what's going to happen in the future, possibly nightmares, trouble sleeping, and with confusion and not really certain what exactly your choices are or your options in this situation. Kind of an emotional fog of sorts. But it seems as though your best possible outcome is to transcend this, but in a very specific way, which is to speak up about it, get people's attention about this, to show your fire. This is the Queen of Wands here. To be motivated to do something about it, to get people's attention, to write something, speak up. This is activism right here between these two cards. This is activism, or choosing to take the reins into your own hands and do something about it, or say something. And with this, there's the Field of Dreams, which, notice there's a lot of people in this, or a lot of fairies in this picture that are hatching eggs together. Didn't you have these eggs that are just sitting there waiting to be hatched? There's definitely something, if something hasn't already hatched in your life, something is about to. And it may have something to do with your dreams, or the things that you've always wanted to do, or to express, or to be a part of. And this may be a common vision or a common dream among a group of people that are all soulmates, or kindred spirits that are on a similar path as you, that you can band up with, where you are no longer alone in a dry desert with your worries and confusion. This seems like if you need support, you need to speak up and ask for it, or to go seek it out. This Knight of Swords here is the most aggressive looking out of all the knights. He goes after what he wants, or he expresses what he needs to express verbally, or he goes and gets the information that he needs. So if this hasn't fallen into your lap, or just come about of its own will, you need to go and seek it out, and you will find it too. Or to express your dreams, or to bring it into being, to be proactive, to make things happen is your best possible outcome. And to turn all of this confusion, stress, and loneliness into a laser beam where you can get stuff done. So in the future, you have the Ace of Earth. So you definitely have growth, movement, and a new path opening up for you. This could be a new relationship, a new job, a new home, a new location, a new skill, a new talent, a new child even. But you do have something new and vulnerable that needs to be nurtured. That needs to be nurtured and taken care of. And it's still young. It's still young in the beginning stages, so it takes a little bit more. You know, this is the natural mother of this child. Every child needs a competent adult to make sure that they are safe, encouraged, and have what they need in order to grow. So same thing goes for your dreams, your talents, and the things you would like to see manifested in your life. You have to take a proactive role on nurturing these things and bringing them into being, and being protective of them too. Don't allow other people's opinions or other people's projections to get in the way of what you know you need to do, or to make you feel as though what you are doing isn't going to come to anything, which isn't true. Those are negative projections. So to take care of these things, which you already have been doing, you've already taken action on these things. You've proven that you're willing to do the work. So keep up the good work, and it will continue to grow. Right now, it's important for you to spend time with loved ones, and to remember to have adventures and play. There's a big emphasis on play in this reading, to distract yourself with hobbies, talents, the company of others, where you can still laugh and play and be creative. that you have others around you that can lift up your spirits if you need it too. And with all of this isolation up here, it's important for you to spend time with friends, loved ones, laugh with people, be playful. And this will continue to grow as well. You might be attracting some new people into your life that make you feel better simply just by being around them. People with great senses of humor, if you don't already have these people around you, or this energy. So in your surroundings, there is the Hermit. Again, you may have been feeling a little bit too alone, or like you've been left with your own company for too long. But if you need clarity on anything, the answers are within yourself, especially if you need answers concerning your surroundings, on what you should do in them, or whether you're even in the right surroundings or not. You will know. And it's okay to take time out to relax, breathe deeply, and tune in with yourself to receive any answers to questions you might have. But let me pick more on that. Someone in your surroundings might be the Hermit that gives you some much needed advice or wisdom or clarity simply just by talking with them too. You need to get some answers concerning a relationship from the past or something from the past. Maybe you're revisiting the past in your alone time, or in your alone moments. You find yourself thinking a lot about the past. And trying to find some clarity concerning certain things, or to learn lessons from the past somehow. Move on from the past. This might be one of the reasons on why you need so much play and fun and inspiration and action right now, is because in your moments when you are alone, it's like you go down a rabbit hole where you are confronted with a lot of things that perhaps you weren't aware of as much before, or they just, things from your subconscious are coming up concerning the past that you need to release, or find the lesson in it and release it so that you can move on. Yeah, isolation does strange things to people. I mean, there are certain archetypes and signs that are naturally comfortable with being alone, like Scorpio energy, Pisces energy, Virgo energy. But other signs, social signs like Leo, Libra, Aquarius, they sometimes have a harder time with isolation because you're social creatures and you learn a lot and understand things through the eyes of others or through communicating with other people. So it may be that you haven't, this whole isolation thing has directed you in certain places in your own psyche that perhaps you weren't even really aware of, or were being muffled before because of external noise. But now that there's silence, these things are coming up. But it's a good opportunity to find peace with these things, to find the wisdom in those situations, and to release them so you are no longer not stuck in the past, but where the past is no longer holding you back. So your hope is to move on onto much more creative, peaceful waters than before, and that you are moving forward and transitioning from the old to the new. You're releasing old emotional pain or loss so that you can freely move forward into the future without hanging on to those things. And your general outcome is the builder. So you are creating. And not only that, if you have been concerned on whether what you are creating is going to last, it seems as though it's going to last, or you will keep it up. You'll be able to continue with this, and it will continue to get better and better and better, or more and more and more formed, or steadying something, getting into a groove with it where it isn't so sparky, or it isn't so what's the word, up and down or sporadic. Things even out and get a little bit more steady, where you can kind of pace yourself, and you are definitely making something happen here. So let me pick one to go with that. Hopefully this reading is making sense for you, or isn't too boring. I know that I'm kind of a soft-spoken person. Even though I'm a Leo sun sign, I have a Scorpio moon, and sometimes I've realized that I think I'm being entertaining, but I'm actually quite boring. So hopefully this isn't too boring for you, and this is making sense for you. Let's see. What are they building, or what is being built in the future? A new world. You're building a new world, or a new experience for yourself. That's the beginning of a long-term cycle. And there's another page, the Page of Cups. You're starting to learn new things or become inspired to create a new world for yourself. An old long-term cycle is ending or coming to a close, and a new cycle is opening up. It's okay for you to be vulnerable at this time. It's okay to show others what's in your heart. Nothing is being taken away. Things will continue to be cultivated and also to become more solid over time. It's okay to go with your brilliant ideas or your inspiration at this time. They are not pipe dreams, or they are not illusions. It's very important for you to do this. I'm also seeing somebody in here possibly creating something for children, whether it's an after-school program or a fun place to go to be creative, or building a new school or something. Creating something that encourages children. You have so many children in here. Wanting to further along the future by encouraging the spark in people. This could also be something where you want to be a counselor or a coach for people to help them with their creative spark, or healing the inner child, or possibly even a new method of creating music or art or something that you're creating here. It seems as though it's a brilliant idea, and it would do a lot of good for people if that's the case, and it will continue to last and be built. Whatever this is, it's not going anywhere. So let me pick one last message for you, and then we'll close this reading out. Okay. Do something for someone else. Give your attention to someone else. There might be young people in your life that need your attention and nurturing or encouragement at this time. Or people. Do something for someone else. Let me pick one more. Something thoughtful. Show that you care. Okay. Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. Somebody around you might need your help or your attention more than possibly you realize. And you may have already been doing something about this in the past. You did have, where is she? Where is she? She disappeared. Oh, she's underneath the computer. Here we go. You have been thinking about being more thoughtful or changing your perspective from yourself onto others. Something in here about getting stuck in quiet moments where you go down into a rabbit hole of your own mind or your own situation. Something about that needs to be released or is possibly has been driving you crazy. And rather than trying to address those things, it might be to distract yourself into doing something proactive in the world around you for others, or to keep your mind busy with things that you can do now instead of becoming lost in your own psyche. It might be important for you to change focus from temporarily from yourself onto others instead, or to see how you can improve situations around you, since trying to delve through your own internal stuff doesn't really seem to be helping at this time. So, okay, I wish you all the best. Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys soon. I'm holding off on the dailies temporarily until I'm done with the general readings. I have my daughter with me for the last half of Christmas break, and so these are coming out a little bit slower because I want to make sure I spend time with my daughter. And okay, I wish you all the best. Take care. See you soon.